end stream button instead of the recording button. That would not be the first time I've done that, by the way. Oh, man. Let me pull up my stuff, because I never know what to say. Welcome, my friends. Welcome back to the Krieg Dominion. I am Omar Krieg, your Lord and Commander of the Krieg Dominion, and your host for this, the, 25th episode of Along the Frontier, an Alien RPG campaign. This is, as I mentioned, episode 25, Somnio 2, because last week it was Somnio 1 that ended up not finishing. And I am the Game Mother. I didn't create that title, but I thought it sounded cool, so I ran with it. I am joined, of course, by my lovely Alien fan players, Rodance, Luke, whose face is still hidden behind the world of lost a webcam somewhere along the way, and Kane. Let's take a moment to check in with these guys, see what's new and exciting for them over the last week or so since we last played. Meanwhile, I'll just be over here trying to figure out how many facehuggers does it take to make a Mad Cat Mark II fully combat effective. Rodance, what's new for you? God, I win again! Really? I made Rodance laugh! Yes, friends, I do some crazy mashups from time to time. This one was Alien and Battletech, if you didn't know.
Yeah. It's almost like we wonder where we met.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
Yeah, let's see. So I have once again run across yet another required work training that is some personality management model, once again based on Carl Jung.
Wasn't there a controversy of some
I am
sort
really
with him?
tired of the, are you an introvert or an extrovert? Are you an intuitive or are you sensing? Are you thinking or perceiving? Oh dear. This one color-coded them.
Oh, how kind of them.
It's cool blue, fiery red, sunshine yellow,
Nice.
and earth green.
Such lovely, warm, festive colors.
I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah.
Which one is this?
At least supposedly, at the end of it, I'm going to get cute little Lego-shaped icons in different colors with different words on them.
Have fun with that. May you learn much about yourself that you didn't already know.
Yeah.
Yep.
At least I can say, now after having to sit through, because I don't work at a bank anymore, after sitting through enough required trainings at a bank, I now know how to officially go throw a fit, because my power company can't decide whether it's opening a new account on me or not, so it decided to charge me a random security deposit for no reason.
Didn't you just deal with something very related to that, but yet totally different?
Yeah, I didn't have power in my house for 2 weeks. So they decided I turned my stuff off, and I now have a new account with a new.
Yes.
Okay, so the way this works is, either it's an old account, so I don't get a deposit, or it's a new account, and they don't have permission to pull auto pay. They did both. So yeah, I now have to call and harass them again, probably for like the 4th time tomorrow during normal business hours. Because every time I'm on my second, I'm going on to end up having to have 3 separate cases with them. And if I don't have this fixed by the end of the week, I'm just going to go complain to the Utilities Commission. Because I live in the lovely state of North Carolina where we have exactly 1 electrical power provider. So the only thing I can do is complain to the government. Yeah.
I wish you could.
But I've gone through enough training at a bank that I know that those agencies exist, and they're a nightmare to go through because they're one sad phone line that's only open for like 6 hours a day.
It's like trying to get a hold of the IRS. Good luck.
Yeah.
There's a story there, but I'm not going to go into it.
I get more spam calls from from fake IRS people leaving me voicemails than I do get legit notes from the IRS.
Oh, I just wish they'd mail me more often, to be totally honest. But I'm not going to get into that. Because that is a whole can of shit.
Today has been arguing with the power company, dealing with BS training, arguing with the power company. So,
did you at least have your magic game this morning?
Yes.
Okay, good. Have we gotten any further with getting away from the totally not Magic the Awakening related Chaos Demon things?
Yeah. So, and Mage the Ascension.
I'm sorry.
Which is So,
get
so the
name.
way it works in the Mage the Ascension World of Darkness world, there's this plane of existence called the Upper Umbra that is made up of every single thing that a human could possibly think of, including the in-game thoughts of everyone who believes in the 40K universe is now a plane of existence in the Upper Umbra, and we are currently trapped in hell that is in the shape of the 40K universe, trapped on a battlefield of Khorne versus Grey Knights.
Yeah. So again, I just want to point out that that's the third
Oh, yeah, I did
game
that too.
we've thrown into this mix this evening so far, and we're only 5.5 minutes in. Alien, BattleTech, now Warhammer 40K. It's almost like I'm trying to do all my content in one show.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
All right, Luke. Let's check in with the faceless Luke, who put a different background up. I noticed it's
Slightly
all black-ish.
Is it?
Well, it's
No,
black,
it's like
and
a
there's
little
like some
planet.
gray gradient type stuff in there. It's
a
it's
planet.
cool.
You need to turn the contrast on your monitor up then, because that's literally a subset of planet
nope,
Earth
you're
at
right.
night
You're
with
right.
light
Okay.
dots.
Nope, you're right. That's totally my bad. You're right. Something I do need to change that setting in my monitor, and also perhaps re-angle the monitor, because if I sit up straight, I can see more of the Earth. But if I'm leaning down because of the way it's laying, okay, that's totally my bad. Maybe I also need to get my eyes checked somewhere in there too. I don't know. Luke, what's new and exciting with you, my friend?
Well, this planet is called Armaxa of the Proxima system, and it took me 12 hours to make in Blender.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to put all the lights on that planet
Let me see if I
by
can
hand.
move the monitor a bit so I can see it. No, maybe I need to bring it down.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of work.
Yeah, it was.
How much of that time was spent in literally just the rendering?
Okay, so that's none of that in rendering.
So this is all in the modeling / texturing, etc.
Yeah, I had to place every individual light, which took me about approximately 3 to 5 seconds each, and probably spent about a good 8 or 10 hours on the whole project entirely. So the planet took probably 30 minutes to make, and then the rest of it was just obsessively putting lights.
All right.
Yeah. Other than that, still learning Godot, which I learned how to pronounce because I'm an idiot.
It's a French name, isn't it? We all know how much I love French words.
I think it's actually religious. So I looked up what the philosophy of Godot is as far as a design concept, and it taught me that in the Bible there's a verse about Godot, and if you wait for Godot, it's the false messiah or something, and that he never comes. And I'm like, what does this have to do with game design, other than the fact that it sounds eerily like if you wait for your project, you never actually get to finish it or something.
Or the false project, or the false prophet.
Yeah, it's
somehow relates.
Prophet.
It's all Satanism. Gaming is evil. That's what it is.
Yeah, that was the other one right there.
Gaming is the devil.
Gaming is absolutely devil's work. How dare you imagine yourself as anything but us losers here.
Ooh, excuse me.
And yeah, that's pretty much it for now.
Alrighty. Kane, earlier this evening you said, I'm okay. So what's new and exciting with you? That shrug. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Somebody's been fighting with their HR and complained about it, and apparently been doing it for almost a week, and mid-complaint suddenly remembered that I spent a decade in DC. I know bureaucracy.
Yeah. Man.
So their HR guy went from getting these random open-ended, hey, what do I need to do? Can I get some help with this questions, to like a brick paragraph of extreme specificity.
Oh my god. Hey, congratulations, by the way, on getting that word out on the first try. I never get specificity. Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking. You get the idea.
Just end on a good leg, right?
Yep,
Just
that's it. Know when to cut your losses, know when to fold, know when to take your chips and go home. Thank you, Kenny Rogers.
Yeah. So this is the second mention of HR complaints of the night.
We may just rename the episode to HR Complaints Are Us.
I mean, it's not hard to have HR complaints.
Let's
No.
not get into all the different ways either.
They don't even all have to be your fault. There's
They don't
plenty
even
of
have to
other
be
ways for
real.
HR to be a problem.
They don't even
I
have
mean,
to be real.
most of what HR does is essentially not real, anyways.
My personal favorite right now is, let's just call it uniform requirements in the workplace. Because in my head, with my military background, that's all I'm hearing. And I'm just like, you want to yell at us because we're right here by the front of the building. Why don't you go look at the other 5 freaking conveyor belts that have people's boxes coming down to the backs of trucks and see how many other people down that way are anywhere near compliant like we are down here. But because we're right there by the front, easy pickings.
Yeah.
At any rate, anything else before we get started? All right.
Nah.
Before we get started, I have one admin note for my players. At this time, go ahead and add 3 experience points to whatever you currently have built up. This is from last week. And it basically consists of 1 point for participating, 1 point for receiving a paycheck, and 1 point because sometimes your GM's an asshole and shouldn't be.
Just racking up the points.
Hang on 1 second. I gotta talk to my kid really quick.
So yeah, tune in to 3.5 years from now when I finish Guy with Sword, project that takes 8 lines of code and sprites I drew on a notepad or
Hey,
whatever.
this is why I don't code.
Yeah, I need to send you a link to a video game.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
What did
God.
I miss while I had my headset off? That's always a scary part.
Literally, the game is called The Farmer Was Replaced.
Oh dear.
Just go
Farmer
look it
Was
up on
Replaced.
Steam.
All right, I'll look that up right now.
When you're talking about coding, it made me giggle because that's what I thought of last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you are writing something in Python except adjusted for video game play, and you're
Oh my
literally
God.
planting crops.
I put an F and it already just brought that game up.
Yes, throw that on your wish list so you can look at it later.
Oh my God.
You will either love it or hate it.
I already love it, first of all.
He's got like 30 seconds to look at it. He couldn't have gotten very far, and he's like, I like it already.
It's helicopters that you code to plant hay, from what I understand, and it's great already.
Amazing.
It gets more advanced from there, but that is the basic premise of the very first couple of task levels.
Yeah, I like games that just increase in factorial, scope.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started. We're not going to do our normal start of a session stuff like a read-in, previously on, etc. What happened last week is we got 2 rounds of combat complete as 2 assault teams basically attacked this space station that the UPP had previously commandeered, and it was broadcasting some weird psycho bullshit, making people absolutely freaking crazy, and this team has been tasked with shutting it all down, effectively. But because it's Alien RPG, God only knows what's really going on, what's really at play here, and what the real mission is, because that's usually about how these stupid missions go. We are now in round 3 of combat, and the first up on my list is PFC Matthew Warren, who is at the auxiliary external airlock. Let me go ahead and switch. Actually, I don't know if I want to. You know what? I'll switch the stream over. Let the viewers see what's going on to a point. Listen, viewers, don't be giving away shit about all the NPCs you see on the combat encounter. There are not 77 of them, I promise. Or are there?
76.
Do we already have snarky comments from Hashin yet?
No, Hashin hasn't made it in yet.
He always got something entertaining to say.
Oh, I'm waiting for people like Australis as well, because he usually has something really good. At any rate, Mr. Warren, it is your turn.
Okay, let's just refresh where we were here.
Yeah. So for Warren, you've got this guy, and you've got this guy. I believe They're both looking pretty well banged up.
Well, I shot this guy really bad.
Yeah, I
And I
think Warren
shot
did
this
that on the
guy really
last
bad.
turn, and then Watts shot this one. or
No, I
something.
think I successed
Yeah,
on
I'm
both of
pretty
them.
sure. Yeah, I think the most recent thing Watts did was try to walk up and smack someone and fail.
That
Alright.
could be it too. I didn't watch the last episode to see what it was, so.
You ever see those like videos of Spetsnaz where someone's like attacking a Spetsnaz and then a third or second Spetsnaz jumps out of nowheres and just like drop kicks them?
Sure. Are you trying to be
Alright.
Spetsnaz number 3 and drop kick this last dude?
Yeah, I'm like double leg kicking him
Okay.
into here.
Yeah, the only thing I think about when I think about Spetsnaz is the trampoline hatchet throwing.
Oh yeah, the back.
God, that sounds amazing and disturbing at the same time.
Totally fucking worthless, but like
Makes
a somersault
no sense.
off of a small trampoline and throwing an axe at a target. Like,
Yeah.
why?
And like hitting the target, like they do it well. They like, but it's no point.
Kane, refresh my memory because again, I'm starting to get multiple game systems running at the same time in my head, which is always fun.
Yeah, I know that
he's
life.
making a melee attack. I get to counter with a melee attack to resist or oppose.
Has this person acted yet this initiative?
He has not. We're at the very beginning of the round.
Right. So because he has not acted yet,
he could take his short
choose,
action, right?
He can give up his fast action to try to block.
Okay. And the fast action, yeah. Long action is going to be like attempting to shoot, grapple, etc., correct? Short action is usually moving, unless you're running or something. At any rate, please make your roll, sir.
Hiya.
Make your panic roll, please. I don't know why the computer got a little wonky there. Looks like you're going to keep it all together. So you got 3 successes. You can't push it. I will also be countering with 3 successes.
This guy's lucky.
It cancels it out.
Yeah. So I think what happens is you do pull off a good drop kick. You manage to catch him square in the chest, but he somehow manages to first brace, and then as you make contact, he takes a step back, and somehow all that kinetic energy is absorbed and or mitigated. So no success for you.
Move. Oh well. All right. Next, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. Warren. And then Watts is up.
Do the thing.
What's the thing? Oh, Watts is... That's actually Rodance. I don't know why I was thinking he was Luke.
Watts.
Watts?
Watts.
What?
Watts.
Don't. Yeah. So is it actually Watts' turn, or are you guys just having fun with his name today?
It is.
Yes,
No, it's actually yeah.
Both. It's Watts'
Gotta
turn.
double check. I'm never sure with you guys.
No, that's totally fair, but it is your turn.
Shank a knife button.
Shank.
Yeah,
2 successes.
This time.
So that's 4 damage. He is... I believe he doesn't have any armor.
I'm not pushing.
No, yeah, I don't blame you. I see 4 stress dice there. He takes... Well, you've got 2 extra successes there. You know what? He's going to take 2 damage regardless, so... You shank him pretty good. And you see what looks like eyes rolling up into the back of his head as his body collapses on the ground. For as best as you could tell, it does not look like he's ever going to get up again.
So is this one who's rolling around on the ground behind me still alive?
I'm sorry. Hold on one second. I may have missed which one you were stabbing.
Northern one.
Oh, so okay, hang on. I have to adjust hit points.
Because this northern one's the one we are fighting, because the other one is the one that Warren knocked over.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Where am I?
So we shoot the one that still has a gun in his hand first. Or, well, in this case, shank the one who still has a gun in his hand.
Yep, he's dead. He is dead.
Cool. I turn around.
Which one of these stupid things that turns him into a little ghost face? Ah, here we go.
Ghost phase.
Oh, actually, I could... Where's he on? I'll find him later. Okay. Watts, you stabbed him, and then I think you're getting ready to say something else.
Yes. I turn around and look at the one on the ground behind me. His weapon is still on the floor, correct?
I believe so.
Cool. I kick it back behind me towards the airlock.
Okay.
I'm using my fast move action for that.
Okay, and then I'm assuming you're covering him or pointing a weapon at him or something like that?
Pretty much.
Okay, yep. And then it goes to Winston. Actually, hold on. Before I do that. You hear sounds of an airlock cycling behind you. Where I pinged it on the map just a second ago, by the way.
The main external airlock?
The one that we were just at. The one at the bottom. This guy here. Auxiliary external airlock is started to cycle.
Well, it's not their turn, so they can't do anything to
Correct.
respond.
Correct. I don't know why it's doing that. Why? No. Yeah, okay. In that case, it goes now to... Make sure I get in the right spot. Winston! This door should be unlocked. I don't know what it looks like on your screen, but that door right there by Winston is available to be just popped open. Doesn't seem to have any sort of like security breach, blast shield type shit going on. What would you like to do there, Mr. Lance Corporal Winston? Where's a Corporal Winston? Oh, don't tell me I lost connection.
No, he's a corpsman.
Well, Corman's not a
You're still here.
Oh, I'm unmuted.
Ah, that's why we couldn't hear you.
That'd be a problem.
Yeah.
Is it what?
Yeah, that was. I was talking for a while. All right, so the airlock cycled. There's a door. It's unlocked. All that stuff.
And
Pitter
it's
patter.
Winston's
Let's
turn.
get at her.
Yeah, put her patter.
Yeah, so Winston's turn.
Good letter, Kenny.
Yeah, it's a great show.
It is.
Represents all of us.
It is. I've unfortunately only watched the first handful of episodes before I got sidetracked onto other shit in my life. Please
Easily.
continue.
So I look at Pike. I nod questioningly.
Go ahead.
All right.
And you.
This is good.
Go ahead.
All right. Open the door.
Okay.
And I aim down.
All right. You have, as it says on the map, the control center. And inside are a bunch of... Let me pull up a description of these guys really quick so I can...
Okay.
See. These are... They appear to be David 5 androids. They are all in here. It looks like they're just working away at this station. Viewers, I am going to switch this over back to the other overlay because I need to see what these notes say. I don't want to reveal too much. That's there. Shrink things down a little bit, and then locations, and we are in the control center. Let's see. So there are I believe one of these three icons in the center of the control center. I believe one of them says it's a hologram projector or some shit.
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
I could believe that.
Let's see. Observation.
Mainframe.
Intercom. Access terminal. Those are the symbols we got.
Okay.
Terminal.
Gotcha.
Terminal.
Alright, well, I'm going to attempt to read this without giving away too much information. You have the large open operations room filled with computer terminals, wall monitors, life support and engineering stations, and 6 holotab viewing tables. A large picture window gives a view of outer space This is obviously the control center. It's marked as such on your map. You guys already knew that from the blueprints and whatnot that you've been studying before getting here. There are currently some really psychedelic-y, trippy, bullshit, wavy things going on the screens. There are the 4 androids here, and they are watching these screens and writing and drawing impressions. So some are they're scribbling on various tablets and notepads and whatnot.
All right.
It takes one of them a moment once you barge in here, and we're still in the middle of combat, so it'll be a quick moment. But one of them, let me see which one he is. This guy down here. They all have like helmets on of some sort because they're wearing sort of like helmets that, think of like this the blast helmet that Luke uses in the original Star Wars movie, and he's trying to shoot.
I use one of those.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the little that makes you blind. It's like basically a Star Wars welding mask. Anyways, he takes his helmet off and he looks over to you and he says, "Can I help you?" And that would be the end of your turn.
Okay.
Because combat is not that fast. So, let me get my things back out of the way, and we will go back to the map. And that means it is now Pike's turn. Pike, what are you doing? Also, real quick, Winston, did you actually move inside, or are you going to stand at the fatal funnel?
Well, I was hoping that I was more like here, but there was no spot here and here that had access to the door.
Okay.
So I was hoping for more like...
You're more like in between those 2 points.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're only barely in the fatal funnel.
All right, whatever.
No, you're good. I got you. I know what you mean.
Okay.
Pike, it is now your turn, my friend.
I'm going to...
You've watched your buddy kick the door open, kind of nudged in. You could see a bunch of like hollow tables and computer shit. There's weird flickering images on the screens, and then there are these 4 androids with helmets doodling. I mean, that's pretty much what a grunt like you would see is nerds doodling with helmets on and flickering screens. And then one of them just took his helmet off and looked over at you guys and said, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to point my pulse rifle in the room.
Okay. That's certainly a way.
Monitors,
It's a way.
monitors off and lay on the deck.
Oh, okay. Now I gotta go back to the Zoom. Sorry, viewers. I gotta check my notes. I gotta see what happens when that happens. So bear with me.
I'm prepared
I'm a
to
doctor,
make a
not a-
manipulation check to intimidate.
You're going to intimidate androids. Good luck. Give me a second. I'm trying to see
They have
something here.
personalities.
No, I know. They do.
And they're David models, which in and of itself is a problem, but...
Well, remember, if I'm not mistaken, as I understand the game and some of the lore for this particular series, is that the David models are considered outdated, and then that's how the UPP ended up with them. We obviously don't know that these David models are eventually going to go fucking absolutely insane and start murdering humans.
They're illegal. They've been out of manufacture for a long time, and in the fluff, the UPP found a cache of them and started converting them to combat models.
That sounds more
reactivating them.
accurate. Yeah. Listen, don't ever believe anything I say based on my memory alone. You might want to refer to some shit. You might want to look some shit up. Yes, at any rate, so you give this command and Sergey stands up. And he's doing this in a non-threatening manner, by the way. He's, he sets the helmet down, he stands up, his hands are clear. He's like, they are busy with their task. They're not going to, nothing is going to stop that. Let me interact with you, and we can come to a solution. And unless you want to make a roll, that'll be the end of your turn. You absolutely can make a roll if you want. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just... But that, I mean, as far as actions go, that's about it, other than resolving a roll.
Yeah, the only thing I'd want to do is just keep talking to him.
Okay. All right. In that case, we're going to move on. See who's next. Yeah.
And I did step in and around the corner.
Okay.
Oh.
That will take us to Wescott, who was pulling security on. Let me switch things back to the viewers. For the viewers, so you've got a rifle pointed at this individual here and the doctor up here.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do, my friend?
Were we issued anything that lets us collect prisoners?
I will hand wave that you guys have some sort of like basic zip ties or handcuffs or something of that nature. That you probably each of you have like 3 or 4, especially if zip ties, because usually those are, you can just kind of connect to your gear and have them ready
Zip ties
for.
are easy enough to do.
Yeah. Even if that wasn't necessarily issued, I feel like you guys would have been able to get your hands on them if you really wanted to. I'm not gonna, we don't need to worry about hand waving or, I mean, not hand waving, rolling or anything silly like that.
Yeah. So I chuck a pair at Mr. Dude here in the middle,
Uh-huh.
and a one at a lady over at a doctor person over there, and tell them to put them on.
Okay.
And then to sit their little butts on the floor against this wall right here, since she's insisting on sitting over there.
Not bad.
I'm gonna
Hands
need
tied, butts on the floor.
So this guy, the man, we'll say, he starts to comply. This woman starts to object only because, and I can't think of the right word, so I'm gonna say this out of character, but she's objecting under for reasons of medical necessity. She doesn't want to have her hands restrained, but she will sit down, and she's keeping her hands in plain sight.
I mean, she's not a combat medic. I kind of just
you can
slide over.
You
there.
absolutely can blurt that out. I mean, I know all these all these actions all take place at the same time. I will allow. Like, she's not a combat medic. She can shut the fuck up.
Do I need
You can
to
make
roll?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, because that's not an acceptable answer, and she's about to get herself shot.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
you can make a manipulation roll. I will oppose it, of course, but by all means.
Yeah, I will
I'm not
try
saying
a
anything about that,
manipulation roll.
Okay.
Because I don't think I tried one on her last time.
Is
So
there a
I will
limit?
try it.
Well, this is Go ahead.
Because I think this is only the second round I've seen this lady.
Would you like to push that?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay.
So I want her to freaking do what I'm telling her to.
Make your panic roll.
That's good.
Keep it together.
5 successes.
Yeah, that's 5
Cool.
successes.
So now that I've succeeded on it,
Well,
I'm
3
immediately
successes.
going to spend experience to shove points into it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I've been wanting this skill for you do not understand how long.
Oh, did
Okay,
you
cool.
not have manipulation as a skill already?
No.
Wow, you rolled how many dice from strictly from your characteristic or whatever?
3
Yeah.
Nice.
or 4. Sorry.
That's why I've been so irritated about it. So,
you do win with your 5 successes to my 2. So she does put. I imagine you give her like an extra stern glare or something like that, and she's like, "Fine," but she also refuses to do it. Like, so this guy,
she gets told to shut up and sit down.
Yeah, she puts the zip ties on, and uses her teeth to cinch it down. But she's like the whole time she's like, I hear what you're saying, I know what you're doing, but I'm a doctor. I can't believe you're making me do this. What if I need to, perform medical surgery on somebody? Or she's going off and off. Most of it's in Russian, by the way.
If she keeps talking, she about to get gun in the face.
Well, that will be next round because that is the extent of your actions.
Cool. Can you move them where they're supposed to be then?
Did you want her to move somewhere else?
Yeah, I specifically want them sitting against this wall over here.
Okay. He will move up here. She's not moving from her location.
Yeah, but she needs against the wall.
She will put her back.
Butt.
She'll put her. Yeah, she's on her butt with her back against the wall right here.
Mm-hmm.
She may or may not be trying to be belligerent, but she's like adamant about, I am not moving away from this door. Period. Let's see.
Click. Staff Sergeant Pike, the doctor's being suspicious.
Gazer.
She's being suspicious, but not necessarily belligerent. Or wait, did you say belligerent?
Suspicious.
Suspicious. Okay.
I mean, we know that this station causes people to go violently psychotic. So if she's acting weird, we'll just fucking tase her. We've got
Pike's-
those taser grenades,
I'm
right?
surprised Pike is drawing the line at tasing.
I mean, she's
Hey,
not
hey,
fighting,
hey.
so we'll start with tasers.
Okay.
I mean, you don't understand how close. If I hadn't succeeded on the manipulation roll, I was just shooting her.
I've been like,
So-
all right.
We all have those electroshock grenades to fire, so.
All right. Okay.
They get
However,
racked up, pointed in her direction.
yeah, you're not going to be able to launch that grenade until
know.
next round. All right. So this
They
guy
only
has.
stun for one round.
Yep.
So
Yep. They've done theirs. Why is she? It's weird that I did that.
yeah, I am so totally gonna lock these idiots in the bathroom here in a little bit.
Oh, let me get my ukulele.
My cat, my orange cat, like sitting behind me and getting head pets and stuff. So he's been sitting this entire time purring up a storm because he likes getting head scritches sitting behind me.
Nice. Where are you? Bloop. So for those of you at the auxiliary, ding, as in elevator ding, and there's another guy, and this guy has a AK-104 pulse action soup gun, and he is taking a shot as he comes out of the elevator. The first person he sees, which is Watts. If I'm not mistaken, they do not have armor piercing. I'm trying to look up.
Nope.
So you have that
Oh,
going
he's
for you.
shooting at engage range?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're gonna backtrack slightly. He is going to, because I forgot about that. You're right. So as soon as the door opens and he sees you, because he's already got his weapon ready, he already knows that the station has been boarded, right? Because he's moved from the different level. So as soon as the elevator door opens, he's already got the weapon leveled, and he's blasting as he comes off the elevator. Just so I can get this one damn shooting roll in. Please, Luke, let me have it.
All right, fine.
He is shooting
I'm
at
sorry
Watt.
that it's with. Okay,
Go ahead.
that's
What
not good.
were you saying?
No, just got some coffee.
Okay. Wow! Fuck! Come on!
Was that with his 3 dice penalty for shooting in engaged range?
No, it was not. It doesn't
He didn't
matter.
even need it.
Not a single fucking success. God damn it. This is why you
No
guys are
bullets
still
for
alive.
you.
It's not necessarily because you guys are good at the game, right? It's because I keep rolling like shit when I'm actively trying to murder you. Please.
No, we're good at the game.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take my toys and go home.
I mean, look at that roll. We're very good at the game. You can't even hit us.
We're doing great.
Yeah.
I mean, Watts doesn't even know he's there yet.
Where?
I feel like Watts is about to have great fun throwing people outside of the airlock.
Fucking Christ. Okay, we're back at the top of the order here.
All right, so that means me.
Yeah, let me just get to you because I gotta make sure other people aren't doing things that you don't know about yet. All right, Warren,
Okay.
take it away. What are you doing? This dude just popped out of the elevator. This dude is dead. He's straight up dead.
Okay.
Like he's
Okay.
blood is currently. I believe he was slashed in the throat or something like that. He was stabbed or
Shite.
something.
He was pincushioned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he has collapsed.
This is
Blood
the
is
former
pooling.
gang member / mobster who just stabbed him. He was shanked.
He was shanked. Yeah. So
All
he's
right,
got multiple stab wounds in a very small area of his lower torso. dying. He can't even scream in pain. He's just on the ground, basically dead at this point.
Yeah, well, I mean,
He tripped and fell in the refresher 17 times.
yeah.
Sounds about right. Okay, so yeah, he's dead. This guy over here is knocked down, hasn't even gotten a chance to get up. Did he not even get a chance to move? Hold on a second. Did I miss this guy? Give me a second.
Wait. He's merciless. My stress level went down by 1 because I killed someone last turn.
Nice. That's impressive. You're welcome, I think.
I forgot about that.
Team supervillain is a go.
Where is this guy
Just
on
once.
my...
I had to have the murder hobo in there somewhere, you know.
Is he not in my...
He is not.
Because he didn't even get a chance to act. Give me a second. Hold on.
He also doesn't have a gun.
That could be why. Because I probably forgot to actually equip his shit. No,
Because his gun he was forced to drop his gun.
Oh, yeah,
He's got
that's
kicked
right.
behind
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
He's been disarmed. He didn't forget his gun. It was taken away.
Oh, you're right. That does sound more accurate. Okay. I'm going to put
He
him...
was forcefully
what?
forgot
I'm
his
just gonna-
gun.
Hang on. I'm going to roll 1d10 and throw him in the initiative order so he's at least got someplace to be. 5. It's going to be 5.2. So I won't have him... Well, he should have gotten something of an action there. I think I'm going to make a small argument that in the cluster of all the other things going on, like the dude getting stabbed and drop kicked, and then the dude showing up from the elevator, he's backed off to here and has stood up. And I'm going to make a GM bullshit call, and I'm going to roll... I'm going to roll range combat just to see if he can pick up his weapon in time. Fuck me. Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, a concerted effort was made to kick the weapon back.
Oh, no, that's
allies.
a fair point. That is a fair point. So I probably should have taken away some dice to add difficulty. So, yeah.
Maybe that was his ranged attack with a stapler.
Stapler.
We know bullets don't work. You might as well start throwing...
Fuck you, Dave.
Office
Fuck you.
supplies.
Bullets don't work. You might as well start throwing office supplies, and next thing you're going to want the flightless bird penguin.
As long as the penguin can mess with the relative gravity of objects.
That's a reference to our Imperium Maledictum game, by the way. Okay, so yeah, he has backed off to here, like, just trying to give space. He does have a second pistol that he is attempting to unholster. We'll see if he gets a chance to use it, though. Warren, it is your turn.
All right.
You have a new player in chat who has an AK-104 suit gun. And obviously
going in
up
for a
close.
clothesline.
Going in for a clothesline. On which one?
On
the new guy?
on the new
Not
guy?
not my friend.
Not my friend. All right. I will give up my short action to oppose your close combat. So make your roll,
All right.
please.
All right. Where the hell is close combat? There it is. Hiya!
Would you like to push that?
I would like to push that.
Make your panic roll, please.
All right. There it is.
Uh-oh. Nervous twitch. Your stress
Ooh.
level and the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range, which would be Watts, increases by 1. I believe nervous
You'll
twitch
have to
gives
kill
you
someone else to get rid of that stress.
I believe nervous twitch gives you like a -2 or something like that to.
It does exactly what it says in the block.
That's it. It's just a twitch and nothing else. Okay.
Can I twitch him over my shoulder into like a
well,
uncanny
so
roll?
you have 2 successes. I am going to. So you have a. So you went for a clothesline. So
But I did a damage, I guess, instead.
I believe we'll go with 1 point of damage. Kane, as my rules expert. 1 point of damage seems reasonable to me.
Yeah.
For every extra success, I can only do damage in this roll.
It's so the fist is 1 damage, and he has a success, so it's 2 damage.
2 damage. I can live with that.
And they're not wearing armor, so sucks to suck.
Yeah, it does suck to suck. Okay, that takes us to.
I kind of want to point
You want to
Watts'
point Watts?
attention.
Go ahead.
I kind of want to point Watts' attention to the guy who like sneaked off.
Technically speaking, it was giving your opponent space you can operate freely.
Mm-hmm.
At any rate, it's Watts' turn, who has been now directed that as fucking Warren just kind of zips in as if from nowhere 5 feet away, clotheslines this dude, somehow manages, everybody's still standing, and he takes a couple points of damage because it fucking hurt. The other guy has, like, done some sort of somersaulty roll and gets shot?
I
No.
shank the dude right there in front of me.
Wow. And I can't resist it. So that's
success.
6 damage, unless you want to do something else with those
Extra
successes.
dead.
He hasn't gone yet. You can use your slow actions as fast actions. So he can completely give up his turn to try to resist this.
He could survive.
Yeah, but he still has to wait for his turn in the next round, which means he's gonna fucking die. Because one of you is gonna be like, fuck it, I'm gonna shoot him. No, I'm gonna shank him. He's dead.
So,
he's fucking dead,
It's a
Jim.
race.
Cool.
It's a race.
And now, as a fast action, I'm going to shoot the dude who's standing farther away with rapid shot.
Oh.
Wait, hold on.
At a -2 penalty.
Hang on 1 second. I gotta find his knuckle. Okay, he's got the mark space.
Yeah, rapid fire.
All right, go for it. Make your
Fire's
roll.
good.
I guess you're just gonna obliterate all my opposition. I guess I need to start
Cool,
throwing
so is he
alien queens
dead?
at you. Did you roll attack?
Well, I'm talking about the dude I just shanked.
Oh
Is he
yeah,
dead?
yeah. He's fucking
Cool, I
Yeah.
now have 3
you now
stress.
have you now have a fresh spray of new blood on your face. No, wait, you prison shanked him in the kidneys or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your hand is like getting slippery sticky.
Okay, and then I need to roll this at the base 2 minus. So, new mark 2? There we go.
You're just collecting all the blood types, aren't you?
Make that panic roll for me.
Yeah.
With your pistol? Did you mean to roll that with a pistol?
I mean, he's got a knife in one hand, pistol in the other.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense actually.
I'm
More
sorry,
panic.
Mike.
Well, I mean, my
the
attack
shots-
still goes through.
Yeah.
But you drop an item of the.
Dude, I have a metric crud of stuff on me. I'm not surprised. I should have probably been just shanking like a Christmas tree.
What are we looking at here? You really do
4
have a magic
damage.
fuck ton of it on here.
It's 4 damage. He can't resist with armor.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And like
Yeah.
2 damage killed him last
You know what?
time,
I'm just
so
gonna
he's
roll.
dead.
Oh my, I'm dropping something on the floor in the area in which I am standing.
Yeah, maybe I'll notice it or something.
It's not like we have to scrub this place when we leave, so I'm getting it back. I'm not that worried.
That's a good point.
Yep, something definitely fell off your rig, off your kit. I mean, you've been busy shanking people and then switching to your sidearm to shoot somebody across the way.
Cool,
It's
so
inevitable that
is
something
dude I
falls.
just shot dead?
What was your damage total there? Let's see. Base damage 1,
Or
4 damage. Yeah, I think we could just summarize this with bullets straight
I
through the
reduced my
forehead.
stress again.
God damn, you a murderer, hobo. Jesus. I really seriously.
don't forget.
You know what?
that
You know what
we
this
heard
is,
the
Kane?
airlock cycling behind you.
Kane.
I mean, yeah, I know.
Kane,
But
I'm feeling what
it has
AP
to
must
open
have
before
felt
I throw a grenade at it.
When we killed that noise marine.
when I killed that noise. No, you're right. It was we.
You say we. You rolled in and threw some sand on his face, and he was like, "Ah!" and died after I blew him
What are you
away with
talking about?
grape
I
legs.
bloodied him. You know what? We can talk about this later. I did get the kill shot. I will not deny that. And I know I fucked him up a little bit
Hey,
beforehand, but regardless.
I'm just disappointed that Watts is pulling his murder hobo mood, and Pike isn't there to watch.
Yeah, that's a fair
No, wait,
point.
I'll watch the combat footage later when I got to put the after actions together.
Yeah.
Like, Watts likes Pike, so he's like, yeah, I'll borrow a page out of Pike's book. Shank, 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 shank. Yeah, that is the end of his turn, though. He's out of actions. I love this rapid shot. It means I basically get to I get to, stab, shoot, stab, shoot.
It's really nice having a pistol, so you can
shoot.
Yeah.
All right, so, yep. So this round will be spent cycling the airlock. It is now
Of here?
This airlock.
The auxiliary lock.
Yeah, the auxiliary lock is now cycling back to pressurized. This round. Winston, you are up, my friend.
All right.
You are. So the last thing you got was you popped the door open. These androids are in this weird room with like a holo tables, monitors all over the fucking place. There are some really weird flickering images on the screens, and these androids are wearing like helmets, doodling, writing notes, drawing weird shit. One of them stops what they're doing. That would be this guy here. Took his helmet off. He turned back towards you and he says, "Can I help you?" And then Pike went in and basically was like, "All y'all get on the ground. Stop what you're doing." Did I just lose my?
No.
Okay, my phone started to go blank for some reason.
All right.
Anyway,
so, I'm a doctor, not a PsyOps MK Ultra operative, so I'm probably gonna start looking at the airlock, I guess, if that's the case. Let's see here. No, I'm gonna step into with Pike.
Okay. Anything else?
And I'm gonna watch from this angle to this angle, this 90.
Oh, you're
just
from
kind of,
here. You're okay. I got you. You're describing your
Yeah.
cone of whatever.
My
Okay.
cone.
Yep. And that's it for you?
Yeah.
All right. Staff Sergeant Pike, who for some reason on the screen says Corporal Pike, but regardless.
I'm gonna look at the toaster that decided to talk to me.
Uh-huh.
I'm on Overwatch, by the way, if you can tell him
Yeah.
from the button.
Turn off the signal.
Okay. Let me hide the viewer's eyes. Refer to my
Can I
notes.
assist in the manipulation?
Well, first I have to figure out things. Let's just say that. Turn off the signal. Moment. Let's see.
Turns out that's the code word. They're just turning it off.
In fact, actually, why is my phone not keeping signal? Sorry. My phone, for some reason, is not wanting to keep the stream live on my phone. I don't know why. Apologies for that. So, as far as I can tell, we're still live and good. So, your last command was turn off the signal or something to that effect, correct?
Yep, turn off the signal.
Sergey gives you, in an android sort of way, a significant NPC glass that says something like, "We should talk, but not here." He kind of does a head nod towards the door that you just came in, obviously because it's the only door in here.
So I got the sense that he's trying to be very compliant and he wants to tell me he wants to talk. Okay. I'm going to, I mean, I don't know, my Pike doesn't know much about the Davids, just he recognizes the face.
And the other thing,
So-
too, is that this... Now, granted, a combat run is only a handful of seconds, but the other three have not stopped what they're doing. They just continue... It's almost as if you're not even there. They're just doodling, scribbling, whatever, as the images continue to flash across the screen.
I mean, they're glorified tablets.
Effectively, yeah. We can go with that.
Yeah. Pike does not like androids.
Sure. And worse, they're UPP androids.
He's going to
You've got the
Yeah.
equivalent of a fast or quick or half or whatever action left, by the way.
I'm just trying to think of how he's going to do this.
Considering you've had effectively one line of dialogue each.
All right. He's gonna pull out some zip cuffs
Uh-huh.
and use them to motion him to come towards me, so I can bring him towards the door with a legitimate reason to, like, I'm going to zip cuff you and
Yep.
pull you out the doorway as sort of like a gateway to get him out, and it puts him in the zip cuffs.
Yep. Okay.
And then you'll rip off both of his arms by pulling on the zip cuffs.
I probably could. Just put one boot between his shoulder blades and pull real fucking hard.
Yep. Okay, yeah, he'll move closer to you, and then it will be other
And
people's turns. Go ahead, I'm listening.
And I'm pulling him out.
Are we adding him to the pile of zip cuffed people against the wall?
It's gonna
Not
be a
yet. That
glorious
will
pile.
happen in the next round. He is in
So-
this. I'm going to argue that in this round, he's had enough time to get him just outside the doorway.
It's going to be a glorious pile.
Yeah. Okay. I think trying to talk anymore after that's probably a stretch. So
yeah,
I'll
that's
stop.
that's really going to be a stretch in that whole 5 to 10 second thing. Wescott, Pike is. I mean, again, all combat actions in a single round are concurrent, but at this point, Pike is getting ready to come out. You've got two people on their butts against the wall, several feet away from you, watching you warily. What would you like to do?
I, keep track of my zone.
Okay.
I mean, there's not much else
Yeah,
I
yeah,
should be doing right now.
Yeah, if you got nothing else, you can just take Overwatch and continue from there, I guess, is the best way to do it. Let's see. There ain't anything.
Winston, I need you to check medbay. This doctor over here keeps freaking out over a patient for some reason.
Yep.
And I need to make sure we need to stack up and check that room next.
If you would like to make your preparatory moves towards that,
Yeah,
you can. Wescott can. Winston, the
I
most you're
would
going to get is
slide
outside
to
the
this
door.
corner.
So, like, about
Actually, I really, really don't like this spot, but I will slide to over here. Why do I have two of me now?
just either
Refresh.
refresh or just give it a
There we
moment.
go. Yeah, I'd slide over to the side so I still have it back to a wall.
Okay. And then Luke,
And
you
I'm
can
keeping
come
a good
out.
eye on these two. I'm assuming these guys are sitting in these half squares here so I can still see them.
Yep. Actually, okay. Perfect. Are you done?
Mhm.
This door here, it was supposed to ping, but it didn't ping.
The
That
data
door,
server door.
there's a door right here, yeah. That door opens and out steps this guy.
Is he armed?
Let me see what he's got in his
What's-
inventory.
Because I have Overwatch. I'm shooting him if he is.
Now the question is, do I want him to die?
Doesn't matter. If I see
No,
him with a gun
he
on the
comes.
sheet.
In fact, he comes out with a pistol in his hand, but he's holding it by the trigger guard, with his hands up.
Toss your weapon.
He drops
It's
it
not my turn.
immediately. It's still. It's actually his turn. So, yeah. He comes out, and yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just leave him
He
there.
comes out with my gun pointed at his face.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and he's already got his gun in his hand, like, and not in a aggressive, like, like I said, by the trigger guard. He's like, I have a weapon. I don't want to be shot. Please don't shoot me. And that will take it to. Just make sure I'm not missing anybody. 1 second, guys. Sorry. I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone on here. All right, Warren, behind you, the external airlock here has opened.
Okay.
There are these individuals inside with, for some reason, not equipped, but they're wearing spacesuits.
How
Mhm.
menacing are they?
I'm sorry?
How menacing are they?
Well, they also have pistols, and they're both pointed at you.
Okay.
Whose turn is it?
It is Warren's turn. But the airlock has finished cycling, and the door has popped open. And these two look as though, like, we get that, like, look of, like, freeze frame, and they are both, like, mid-stride from charging out with a pistol in each of their hands. Or not,
That
each of them having a
sounds-
pistol. That's what I mean. And it's Warren's
sounds
turn to act.
terrible
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah, it does. Once again, my adversaries are about to get shot before they get to do anything at all.
Potentially.
Well, yeah,
let me
unless
see
you,
here.
like, miss.
Stun grenade is a who it may concern.
It may
Yeah, it's a
stun
pretty
you
good-
as well.
No,
If I
the
throw
airlock
it
is a
through
separate
the-
zone.
Yeah.
Well, the door's open.
Is it?
Technically, it is. The door is open,
All
though,
right.
so...
Okay. Yeah, so I see them go in. I'm probably just gonna electroshock grenade them. I have an RMAT, but I think that would do more damage to the actual integrity
The
of the
RMAT
building.
breaching charge?
The RMAT M40 HEDP grenade.
Oh, that's a
I'm-
grenade. That cooks everybody in the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a frag grenade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that though. I'm actually just gonna electroshock grenade.
Okay.
What do I do to throw it?
Ranged attack.
Ranged attack?
You should just be able to click on it.
I can't.
Yeah, just
All right,
do range attack. Almost said range control. Make that panic roll for me first.
All right.
Nervous twitch. Your stress level and the other guy's stress level go up by 1.
It doesn't matter how many people I kill, Pike. He keeps increasing my stress. I tried to reduce
Pike,
it. I
it's-
killed 3 of them, and he keeps bumping it back up.
But Pike, it's scary in here.
Alright.
So it
happen
goes
to-
off.
Yeah, it goes off and they have no way to resist it. So
No, they get their basic.
They
very
both get
difficult
their-
stam checks.
they should
Yeah,
actually get...
They get their stamina penalty.
I'm sorry, walk me through that one more time.
They're making stamina rolls.
Actually, I have armor. That should count for something, shouldn't it?
Not for
No.
stun
this.
grenades. Let's see here.
Taser don't care about no body armor.
Fine.
Um,
Stamina, and what's the penalty? Is it... You said there's...
-2.
Yeah. -2. This guy says. Okay, well,
So that guy succeeded, and the other one.
let's see. Skills. Stam. -2. Oops, not -25.
I'm good with -25.
I know you are.
Okay, so the
this
one that
guy.
failed, or whichever one failed, he
Uh-huh.
loses his turn.
Yep. So I need a. It's really hard to make out these little itty bitty status icons. So. We'll go with that.
Hey,
What's
I'm
that
no longer
say?
encumbered.
Unconscious.
Nice. That grenade was just so heavy.
All right, the guy with the unconscious, the little icon there, he loses his turn for this coming round. Warren, you've thrown a grenade. You've managed to subdue one of the 2 aggressors coming in from outside. Is there anything else you would like to do before we move on to how you're going to, as a group, collectively murder the rest of my adversaries?
I shine a light at them. I mean, I don't really know what else I can do.
That's fine. That's
So
fine.
that's probably it.
Okay. Let's see. Which one is this? Okay. Watts. Tell me how you're going to graphically and gruesomely murder the remaining opponent in your level.
Do the thing.
I walk up nonchalantly.
Of course you do. Are you gonna Deadpool saunter too?
This is Watts. He very well might enjoy that movie.
He probably would.
So he just walks on up and then just, goes to stab him.
Okay.
Oh, of course, and I accidentally closed the sheet. I have to open it again.
Yep, that's
Stab
fine.
who?
I have to remind you.
Disengaged person or the alive
yeah,
person?
which one are you shooting? Are you stabbing the?
I'm stabbing
asleep?
the one who's awake enough to hold a gun.
Oh yeah.
Come on now.
Okay.
Yeah, but that could have been like a really cool manipulation move.
That would have been kind of cool.
If we're lucky, we can take that one prisoner.
All right, so I'm looking at potentially.
I'm gonna let that stand. I don't want more stress right now.
Okay. I mitigate one of those successes.
So 3
damage.
3 damage and a punctured air suit or space suit, I should say.
That's true. Now,
I
this
see
is
what you're doing here.
something that I will be told to shut the fuck up about later. But if you're willing to take a huge penalty to style really hard, throwing your knife is a ranged attack. It's a shooting attack. So you could take a -3 to throw in melee and another -2 to fast action ranged attack and try to just like finish it by throwing the knife in his face.
Wow.
I've already used this fast action to step up.
That
Well, you're
is true
still-
because she had to cross zones to get that close.
Well, if you stay in the same zone,
I
fair
wanted
enough.
to stab him, so I had to
Fair
walk up to him.
Of course you did, you murder hobos.
You don't understand. This is tame. If I have to retire Wescott for one reason or another, the new person is going to be much worse.
I made the new guy.
Oh wow.
And
That's
he's
oh
in
wow,
the
these
wrong
pistols are armor
game.
piercing. That's a fun fact. The QSZ 203 semi-auto pistol is armor piercing, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
I
It's
wasn't
Part of the
thinking
reason
this.
why we take great
It's
offense
a
to the fact that they're standing here.
It's a UA gun, so it's armor piercing. The
Yeah.
UPP guns are not, and ours are, and that's just how the rules are.
Pretty much.
We get armor piercing, the bad guys don't.
That is a
What?
good question. Were
Oh,
they
sorry.
bad guys?
Were they? Oh yeah, they were very clearly marked UPP.
Oh, okay. They just raided the
Doesn't
armory.
matter. They were just standing there with guns. Doesn't matter who they
That,
were.
that alone, the fact they have guns pointed at you makes them bad guys. Yeah. Anything else for Watts? You used up all your actions, right? Moving and stabbing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Should be Winston next.
Just
I hope so.
checking. Winston, you're up. What do you got?
I guess I gotta go and check on the doctor's thing, is what I was told.
Well, we have multiple people to secure now, so we have to do that first.
I don't want to secure people.
Well, then you can't.
I
know.
He's just
Winston
fingering
gets-
There's a dude
AG.
literally
Winston
standing
gets
in
this-
front of your way.
Winston gets
I
this
know.
intrusive thought. Murder is securing. Murder is
I
securing.
mean- Murder is securing. Okay, so I guess I can't really move through this guy.
I mean, he's following Pike out. If you want to come out, hold on, let's do this. We'll move Pike up a little bit, move him here, and now you can start your turn there.
Okay. All right. So, as far as it's concerned, this guy here is surrendered.
He still has his pistol held by finger and thumb around the trigger guard, and he's got it up over it, like he's got both his hands up.
Okay.
That's not secured,
Um,
dude. You know better.
No, it's not
Pike's
very
beating it
secure.
into you.
He probably has beaten it into you.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move up.
That's still one
I
zone.
guess to
so,
here.
yeah. Yep.
So I'm gonna move up from there to here, just while doing a thing where I basically point my gun at him and say, "Come on, man, drop the gun." And I'm gonna do my manipulation roll.
Go for it.
That is Warren, not Winston.
Yeah, you want Winston's manipulation roll.
I do really want that one because it's glorious. Oh.
Do not
God,
for
I'm getting
Wescott
closer
more
and closer
stress,
to a
please.
stress explosion. Go ahead, roll your panic.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I'm getting closer, but not enough. Yeah, I'm not gonna oppose that. He drops the pistol. He doesn't drop it, actually. He crouches, sets it down, and then stands back up with it. And the whole time keeps his hands above his head, other than, what he needs to do to put the weapon on the floor.
Oh, okay. So I don't shoot him.
Yeah, I mean, that was his whole point. He's like, no, please, I don't want to be shot. This is a very shitty place.
Do I see anything this way while I'm walking up?
Stairs going down.
Stairs going down. Okay. Should I go check on the patient that they're worried about?
Well,
I
you
think they're
can if
lying
you
and
want
it's
to. It
not
just won't be
actually a
this
patient.
round.
Okay. I'm just clearing that up for next round.
Yep.
So I'm gonna stay right around here. This person is tied up. This person's tied up, and this person is not tied up yet. So I just
Correct.
point down barrel and just secure him.
Yep.
You mean you chuck the zip ties at him like I did?
You could chuck zip ties, and he will put them on.
All right, fine.
Yeah. He takes a few minutes, kind of fumbling with it because he's got something of a, not necessarily a klutz per se, but he takes a moment to get it done.
He's not doing it very Faust.
Yeah, we'll go with that. And it's not. Oh no, it is him actually. Anyway,
Yes.
Pike, you and your android buddy have
Don't
started
let
to
Pike hear you say
abscond.
that.
I'm sorry?
Don't let Pike hear you say that.
Pike only hears exactly what I want him to hear and nothing more. Because I am the game master, and that's how that fucking works. Pike also gets an intrusive thought. It sounds something like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. It's still the whole Wescott's just standing there assuming Pike is covering her back while she's covering his.
Yeah, basically.
So it's weird to have people move around.
Yeah. Alright. What's Pike doing this round with his new android not friend?
Speak up.
He looks around and is kind of like, I don't think this is a good place. Maybe. And he points off into here. On your map, or as you remember from the blueprints and whatnot, that he's pointing to life support.
I would like to roll manipulation.
Okay. What is your goal with this skill roll?
Pike's being threatening and impatient.
Okay.
It's an intimidate.
So you're trying to get him to spill his guts now.
I'm trying to get him to start. It's basically what he's gonna say, and I want to do the roll to go along with it. Is look, homie, we've already killed almost 10 people here. There's basically no resistance. Start talking, so I know it's worth the time to keep listening.
Okay. You don't have to make your roll. Excuse me. You don't need to make your roll. He gets, he can read your nonverbals. And he says, and he's like, I gotta pull him up a second here.
I think we actually have only killed 3 people. Like, technically, but we're not telling him that.
I mean, he's here looking. We've got prisoners, and there's a guy here whose head is permanently looking backwards, just laying on the floor.
Okay, 4 people.
There's a handful of dead people on this floor. Yeah. He says.
Oh, there are. Yeah.
He says, in a very quiet tone, and he actually casts a look towards the civilians that you got zip tied off to the side there.
Mm-hmm.
He says, This project is an abomination and we need to end it.
Agreed.
And that's all you get for this round. I don't remember what his deal is. What is he doing?
That's the one sleeping in his bunk downstairs.
What are you talking about?
Because he's sleeping through all of the gunshots.
I don't know what you're talking about. You don't know shit.
You make it so easy to guess, man.
I
what
know.
the map
Listen,
is.
I know. I gotta give the viewers something other than just our face when there's like combat and shit. Wescott, it is your turn. Even though you think you know things, you don't know things. You know nothing, John Rodance. That's
Rassi is
horrible, I
not the
know.
only. Rassi is not the only character with a bandolier of grenades.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Wescott. What are you doing? You're basically babysitting these prisoners. Winston has moved up in front of you. Pike is kind of behind you. You hear the android say something about abominations and ending.
I pull out another zip tie and hand it to behind me.
He's already zip tied.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, those people are secure.
Yep.
Staff Sergeant Pike, are there any others who need secured in the control center?
You do. I will say this. You guys
Posters,
all have comms with each other, and you know there are people two levels below you that are still engaged in something close to resembling a gunfight. It's more of a slaughter at this point, but
I missed an opportunity.
Funny because the shooting has stopped for like a while now.
not quite a while. It's more like there's just more people on one team shooting than the other team. The other
We
team's
haven't
just
shot
dying.
for like 2 rounds.
Okay, that's fair. They've been getting shamed, but I get.
So,
I digress. The point I was trying to make is you can check it with your other team, but then I realized even as I was trying to make that argument, it's the same players. So
Could I, because I took no actions during my turn,
yeah, because you were just talking. Go ahead.
could I have because I pulled this guy out. It means nobody's in the control center, and like everybody up here knows that that's our objective.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll command to have made an offhanded comment at Wescott to just be like, go turn it off?
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I shall make my command roll.
That is a success.
I'll push it. My stress is really low.
Make a panic roll. You too will now get a panic point experience point, and you keep your shit together.
So yeah, when you go to make your comp tech roll, get 1 bonus die because I rolled really bad.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I rolled command to give you extra dice if you follow my orders.
oh, okay, that's how that works. Cool.
But I only gave you 1 die, so
Yeah, because you
So,
only had one success.
I guess I walk in here. What are these 3 doing?
They are almost oblivious to you. They appear to be doodling in what looks like either a sketch pad. One of them actually has a sketch pad. The other 2 have actual electronic devices, but they're effectively sketch pad, notepad type things. And there are a number of monitors all along the walls, and they are all showing various flashing images. And when I say images, it's more like, imagine clouds. Imagine the warp. You know what I'm talking about when I say the warp. Imagine the warp. That's kind of what you're seeing. Please, Wescott, make me a stress roll. Whew, here we go. The roller coaster just hit the top.
13 dice.
yay, dice games.
Yeah, and that included your bonus, correct? Okay, you keep your shit
Yes, it
together.
did.
All right.
So I
However,
technically succeed.
however, God fucking damn it! Seriously,
However, she succeeds.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see by the end of the
Fuck you,
round. Hold
whoever
on.
you are,
Here's what
Angela.
we'll do. I don't know how many of those fuckers are left on the initiative order right this second, but one of them has a chance. Hold on. Let me just look. Wescott. That's one. Yep. Yep. No, you fucking succeed. The hold on. All right, viewers, I gotta swap screens again. You see what happens when this check block gets checked.
That one success is carrying us across some kind
It
of
really
finish line.
is. It really is.
Sometimes you just need the one.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to interpret this particular result against the rest of things. When you... Okay. Something is going to happen at the end of this combat round. Before we do that, I want to finish said combat round. So, that was Wescott. Wescott has moved and then done a thing. He's not doing anything. Savina eyeballs Winston rather steely caged eyes, like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is. She gives you a hell of a death glare, as if something suddenly changed inside her personality or something. But that's it, because she's zip tied against the wall. Excuse me. He attempts to block your efforts, and it didn't work.
She mad.
Yeah, basically she mad. She big mad. Oh, hey, look, it's his turn. This individual who has been attempted to be shot and then stabbed is now going to shoot at who's this? Watts.
Oh, is he shooting in from engagement range?
Well, here's my question. He has a pistol, and I'm thinking, like in Warhammer, that a pistol doesn't have that negative negative penalty thingy.
However, this game does not make that distinction.
Motherfucker.
Gun and melee bad.
Okay, well, he fucking bashes fucking Watts in the goddamn face because I want to kill. Fuck. So he will roll close combat using the pistol. It's still gonna only be 1 point of damage. Really? Oh wow, 3 successes. Now you've already acted, which means you only.
I actually can't block. My armor I get, but I cannot block.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because you've already acted, you can only use your armor to mitigate that. So please make your armor. I believe.
That's 4 damage.
Yep, that's 4 damage to whoever the fuck that is.
Watts is still standing there with a black eye and a bloody lip, pissed.
Oh yeah, he definitely. And when he does this in the it's just a flurry of blows across the head. It knocks your helmet all askew. Well, you're in a spacesuit and you guys are still fully sealed. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, it's bludgeoning blunt trauma through the spacesuit shit, and yeah, you can be as pissed as you want.
Oh, wait.
I finally did damage. Oh, what, Kane?
Roll armor a second time.
Why?
Because it's bashing. It's not a lethal weapon, so armor is doubled.
Motherfucker. Hate you. Ah! Ah!
Okay,
It was
okay.
worth it. I was like, wait, hold on.
Just
This
so
could
we're
be really funny.
Do you see those zeros that I just rolled?
Yeah, that
That's
means your
where it
next roll as
balances
Watts
out.
is going to be stab, 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 head comes off somehow.
I mean, I thought they told us they kind of wanted prisoners, but they're commandos, so I don't feel like they're very valuable.
At any rate,
No.
this guy the guy that came out of the server room with the pistol, he's just like, I'm just gonna stay compliant. You're already talking to that guy. At the end of the combat round, and again, I need to obscure the viewer's view of my notes. The end of the combat round, because Wescott has turned things off, we'll say.
I'm not going to tell you guys if I get sent a message that says that Pike has secretly failed a roll and is going to kill you. You're just going to die.
Hey, 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 if someone's going crazy, Westcott goes first. Just so we're clear. Pike doesn't go first in the crazy land.
Let me double check this. Hang on, let's see.
To be honest, though, with the random abject murder currently going on in the basement, Watts might be the first crazy person.
Maybe.
I'd feel bad if Watts took out Warren.
I missed that. Okay. All right, so here's what we're going to do. First, because two things are going to happen. First, everybody is affected by whatever this station is putting out.
Okay.
And this is to account for everything that could have happened or should have happened in the time that you've already been on the station, which is granted been only about a minute or two, but you are at the heart of whatever it is that's causing people to lose their shit. So first, everybody at this point gains 1 stress. You all, in a narrative sense, you all start getting a feeling of unease at the base of your skull. There's no other way to describe it. And if anybody were to ask your character why you feel weird all of a sudden, that's the only words you know how to use. Something feels wrong at the base of my skull. And it's making you irritable. It's making you cranky. It almost hurts. It's almost like a feeling like I need to crack a joint or I need to stand up straight. I need to stretch. I need something. But it's right at the base of your skull. The second thing I need to have is Wescott specifically, because she's in the control room at this moment. I need you to make an empathy roll. Only empathy.
Let me see. Right click? No, left click?
Left click.
There we go.
Uncheck.
Uncheck. Well, no, they bring up different windows, and one has a checkbox and the other one doesn't. Oh, that's not good.
That is not good. Am I crazy in thinking that she should be able to re-roll as a push? Or is that just for skills?
You can't push these. These are like saving throws.
Okay. Wescott. In the process of smacking away at the computer keys, trying to figure out what the hell is even going on so you can figure out how to shut it off, how to find the prompt that says disable network, shut off network, stop transmitting, etc. In the corner of your eyes the whole time has been various strobing flashes going on, right at the edge of your periphery. You intellectually know that these are just the various images that are playing across the computer screens all around you, right? But they're all right here as you're looking down at the keyboards trying to figure out how to get this thing to shut off. And you're successful. You see the screen that says broadcast terminated. But that's when it hits you. You look up and inadvertently look into the nearest monitor, and you are lost in the signal. The view that's there freezes because the signal has been terminated, but the signal continues to this monitor. It is almost as if it's a live feed. You stopped the live feed from going out, but the live feed continues to this particular screen. This screen is the only thing in your realm of perception right now. And it is, I want you to imagine something like a lava lamp, but in a 2D. Now we'll keep a lava lamp 3D. Multiple colors, cloudy, swirly bits, but it's all slow moving. It's got you hooked. You can't look away. The idea of looking away hasn't even occurred to you as you continue to stare into this monitor blankly, enjoying the slowly swirling sway of colors. I had to really slow down my speech to get that out. I want you to know that. I did that just for you. Pike, you're busy with Sergey. Or excuse me, the David android in front of you. Winston, you're about to go check out the medical base. So none of you are really aware that when you sent Wescott in there to go shut off the system or shut off the broadcast, that she was not only successful, but now is basically hypnotized by slowly swirling patterns of maddening chaos.
That's not good for Wescott.
That is not good for Wescott. Secondly, one
Yes.
second.
Wescott gets to enjoy her Geller Field optional moment.
Taylor Field optional.
Oh God, we're gonna have one
You
of those
can
tomorrow,
hear
too.
all of a sudden, it's almost like a drum beat. It's really the only way to explain it. Coming from below Wescott, Winston, and who the fuck else
Is it
is up
from the
on the
middle
third?
deck?
And Pike. Sorry. It's a thud, and it reverberates through the hull, through the floor paneling. For Watts and Warren, you hear the same thud, almost rhythmically, but it's coming from above you. And that will take us to the next round, which the computer says is 6. I don't know if that's the right answer. Lost
seems
count,
about
to be
right.
I
honest.
think it sounds about right.
Yeah. That will take it to. Yep. Let's see. Okay, yeah, the thudding continues for this round. It's a thud. 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 If I could add bass, I would, but I can't modulate my voice. Like,
Hey guys, it's a good thing you're on the other side of an elevator that's currently on your floor. Because that don't sound good.
Hey, we're have the unfortunate problem of there's a staircase right there.
Oh yeah, no. The
Warren.
the guys in the at the bottom floor. That's what I'm talking about. Us, at least we have a Pike, but you know,
Yeah.
we'll see how much that helps or not.
Well, you have a Pike, but no Wescott, so it's just you and Winston right now.
Yeah, and I have no idea that you're Captain Space right now. Like, there's just no
Captain Space Cadet? Is that what you were trying to say?
Yeah, Captain Space Cadet.
By the way, Wescott, I hate to do this to you, but you are out for the rest of the combat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
In fact, just so I don't forget in case this does come up, let me find some really cool status thingy to put on you. Let's see. What is this? What is this? I want burning. I really want there to be something like warpy. That'd be really cool if it were.
Confused. It's probably the best you're gonna get.
Yeah. Ooh. Go with that.
Stunned.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a fairly
appropriate.
accurate one.
Shocked is another cool looking one.
I thought about it. I really did. Speaking
But we
of,
already have one of those downstairs.
this guy is no longer what's he lead? He is now an effective combatant. Warren, it is your turn, my friend. What would you like to do?
All right, so it's been a while. So what's going on over here again?
All right. So one of these people has been brutally stabbed.
Bludgeoned.
And then
Yeah.
brutally bludgeoned Watts right back. The other guy has been like delirious and confused, but seems like he might be getting his shit back together in the next few seconds. Like this
Okay.
round, he will be attacking, or excuse me, not attacking, but active.
Okay. How clear of a shot do I have to either of
You
these people?
don't. I will put it to you this way, and I will use my favorite shooting into melee combat house rule. You miss, you're probably, if you miss your intended target, you will have to roll to hit any other potential target.
Hmm.
I'm sure Alien RPG has its own rule for that. If it doesn't, or excuse me, if it does, it doesn't, whatever, it doesn't matter. I like
All
that
right.
rule because I feel like that's a little bit more accurate.
And is Watt still good? Like he
Oh
rolled
yeah,
something.
he's literally in the middle of a scuffling, or like, let me rephrase that.
Look, he's
He's
at 2
done
of
stab,
6
stab,
health.
stab, and then pistol about the head several times, and now they both combatants are kind of like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to win that round. I need to figure out what I'm going to do next. And then Watts is like, oh, he's fighting back, motherfucker! I'm going to rip his fucking head off and shit down his throat.
All right. Not if I don't get there first.
Correct. You
So
do have the movement range to move up adjacent to Watts. But because of the doors, only one of you is going to be able to go through, and I believe Watts is actually in the airlock.
okay. So Kane, help me out here with a bull rush. I want to go through everything.
You just want to
Football player mode.
You want to juggernaut your way through. I'm the fucking governor.
So you can move through friendlies unless they declare that they're not going to let you. So
Okay.
you would need to make a close combat against one of these and score
Yeah.
and keep at least 2 successes. So you can use one of them to knock him back.
Otherwise, I'm knocked back to here or something.
Yeah, otherwise, like
It's just a pylon, isn't it? At that
otherwise he gets to have a lot of fun with like the two of you getting in each other's way. One of you's probably
I
going to
see.
end up prone.
I see. I like my odds, but give me a second.
I don't like my odds that much.
I've been rolling really badly, but I'm actually going to sling the rifle, take out my knife as I run up, I guess.
Okay.
And
shank a bitch too?
I'm going through, and hopefully this works.
Right.
Do I add anything for having a knife?
No, you
No
just
way.
roll
You
your
just attack with the knife.
Yeah, attack with a knife.
Okay. All right.
Make that panic roll for me, please, sir. Otherwise, it's 4 successes.
Okay. Let's see here.
Trembling. You start to tremble uncontrollably. All
There's
skill
the
rolls.
agility -2.
Yep, agility -2. I believe that does not affect anybody else.
Correct.
And your attack still goes through, am I right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So that's I think like 6 damage.
Yeah, because the 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, you have
6.
2 damage and 4 successes to figure out what you want to do with it.
Right.
Okay,
is he going to try to block?
Oh. You know what? He is attempting to deflect some of that. So now you have 2 base damage and 2 successes.
You have exactly enough successes to do 3
All right.
damage and push him back.
All right.
Yeah. So you rush in, and basically,
and he's going to go further. It pushes him to the next.
This is an exterior wall because of they're in the airlock. That airlock door leads to space.
So he's done enough that it would have shoved him to another zone. What would you like to do about that solid object being there for him to hit that hard?
We could add damage, I guess. Add an extra point of damage. I don't know what the rules would suggest in such a scenario. Basically, you almost
we're in the realm of Rule 0.
Yeah, I think. Let me ask you, Luke. What do you propose? I suppose you definitely knock him back. It's only a couple of feet because there's not a lot of room in here. But you've got him. You know what? I'll just say it. You've basically got him grappled against the wall. He needs to successfully grapple to break free from you at this point. Unless you want to do something
like a
else.
Boot to the face with like a pressure and then brandishing my knife at the other guy kind of deal.
Yeah, like
you could just bounce his head off the wall or something.
Yeah, or we can add an extra point of damage for literally being flung into the wall at like combat speed or whatever.
Combat speed.
Call it. Like you've definitely got him against the wall at this point, if nothing else.
I'm gonna have him grappled.
Okay. All right, that works.
I'm putting a boot on him.
Yeah. Where the fuck? Warren. Watts. You have been smashed in the face with the butt. I feel like you're just gonna stab. Make your panic roll. Let's figure this out. I don't even need to describe. She's like, fuck you. I'm stabbing this cocksucker. Uh-oh. Lose an item.
He already lost an item. What's the next one after that?
She's just shedding equipment during this fight.
That it? Hold on. I did drop an item. We haven't even had a chance to look for it. It wasn't the other dude. What is 10? I don't have the rules open in front of me.
It's a drop item. So it's however you get. GM decides of one random item or one item of your narrative choosing.
Well, the reason why I say that is because we had drop item already on this character. It should have gone up to 10 if I'm not mistaken.
No, the murder or something, right?
No,
that doesn't affect that.
Or he didn't murder anybody.
I can't open the sheet. So if you on watch sheet where it has the number listed for panic condition, what does it state?
9.
It says 9 now, and it said it a moment ago because I checked. Not that I didn't believe Rodance, but I just checked the damage being updated, and it had 9 on there at that time too, before the roll. It should have gone up to 10 unless there's some crazy thing that I'm not thinking about.
I mean, that might be a Foundry thing.
Yeah, because I think it's unless I think it's supposed to advance to the next one, right? Like
yeah, because if you roll the same, like effectively, if you didn't roll.
Basically, my dice roll was marginally better this time, but it gave me the same result.
And 10, I believe, is flee or something. Let me pull up my rules real fast.
Okay, if you are suffering from a panic effect, 7 plus of the panic roll, and are forced to make another panic roll, the new effect replaces the previous one.
Right.
If the new roll is lower than the previous effect, it is adjusted to 1 step more severe than the previous effect.
What page are you on, just so I can get there quickly?
104.
Yeah, but I'm not lower, so I'm current, so I guess it sounds like it just repeats.
So if you rolled the same one, that's not lower than the previous effect.
Mm-hmm.
So doing the same thing twice sounds like it's fine.
Yeah. I guess effectively you rolled the same number, so fuck it, you lose something.
He has so much stuff in his inventory.
He does. Love it.
We've really been accumulating a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Seaburns just have a lot of crud to begin with.
They do. I think.
God, I hope somebody's writing down what you're taking off my sheet, because I'm gonna have to pick that shit up off the floor.
Or pay attention to your inventory.
Do you know how much stuff I've had combat loss added to my sheet, and then stuff we had issued for this specific mission?
That's what I did to my players. I didn't say anything. They'd roll it, and I would just quietly remove something.
Yeah, I'm okay.
If they didn't remember, they'd remember later when they're like, "Oh, I have a."
Wait a minute, where's my thing? Yeah, you definitely just lost something out of your kit. It's probably somewhat difficult to narratively explain, but mechanically, in your stress, you dropped something. But you did score.
Like Warren jumping over him was like.
That's probably what happened. Is like as Warren's running through, it knocks something loose, and then something pops, out of a bag or out of a pocket. You did roll 2 damage with 2 successes, So what would you like to do with those 2 successes?
Uh,
And I'm assuming you're
I'll do
going after
4
the guy who
damage and kill the
smacked
guy.
you. Yeah, this guy, right?
extra shank.
All right. Well, it
I
doesn't
mean,
matter because
4 damage.
yeah, he's dead. He dies.
My stress goes down.
Yay!
Fucking Christ, man. All right, yeah. He drops and probably starts convulsing a little bit as he slowly dies. As you have effectively
I look
murdered
at the
4
other one.
fucking assailants with a knife. God, Pike would be so proud when he finally gets. But that's assuming Pike
3 with a
survives. What's
knife
gonna
and
happen
1 with
next?
a gun, thank you.
Mm.
I'm about to try to add to that. I'm gonna shoot the other one.
Oh, are you gonna? Are you doing a quick action rapid fire thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Might
have to
as
warn
well.
you as the GM to the player. He is kind of pinned against the wall by what's his face there. So if you miss your shot, you are also rolling an attack on your buddy. Well, your friend. Because that's my house rule for shooting into melee.
I'm doing it anyways.
Fuck it. Would you like to push that? You and your...
Oh.
No? I mean, you've already got the successes. The worst that's going to happen is your panic goes up.
This one doesn't have overkill. I'm not doing that.
Okay. Well, he takes a point of damage.
2 points.
Oh, wait. I got to roll armor. I apologize.
He takes 2 damage.
I heard.
And it's armor piercing.
And it's armor piercing. Yeah, yeah. It's armor piercing because the UPP can't have any good shit.
Well, that's what they get for being commies.
That's fair. I do take 1 damage. Fuck you, Kane. I do take 1 damage.
Well, no, you don't take any. They canceled the success.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. 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 You know what? Double fuck you.
Hey, I just got to make a point.
Uh-huh.
I hope Lauren appreciates that Watts literally just reached and shot this dude and skidded off of its helmet.
And didn't miss? Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it hit.
It hit. It hit. Speaking
It
of
just didn't do anything.
speaking of Watts and whatnot, this individual needs to make a grapple check to break the grapple, which is exactly what he's doing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you can oppose that. Am I crazy, Kane? Well, no, he's
You
already
can,
acted, so he can't, can he?
If it's a grapple, it's a contested roll.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, because so
He's not rolling to block.
he's rolling.
He's rolling because he's the difficulty against the roll.
That makes sense. Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Fucking Warren Watts, whatever fucking W name you are.
Okay, so it's a close combat, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck me. No. Oh god, I'm really hoping now. Give me something really good for your panic roll. I gotta have one of my fucking bad guys. Ah, god damn it. More panic.
So many
Oh,
item drops.
You drop an item. It doesn't change anything for me, but if you drop an item in this scuffle, yeah, I think somewhere along the way he definitely knocked something loose. You'll know what it is shortly. Let me double check something really quick. Nope, that's not what I want.
This is some old boy shit down in this hallway.
Really, that's just a bunch of shit that's just like, where'd it go? Where'd it go?
This is how we combat lost things for Pike.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hit the delete button on that one. That one is a little bit too easy to mess up. Okay. So he is unable to break the thing, even though he does knock something loose from your kit.
For him, it just kind of sucks to suck.
Yeah. And then this guy going to make. And not that anybody knows what that skill roll is for. but that individual, actually, Pike, make you don't have awareness. What's fucking the closest thing to awareness here?
Observation.
Observation. Yeah, make a observation roll for me, please, at -2. I should have clarified before you rolled that.
That's with a -2. Because I
Yeah,
forgot to add 2.
that's okay. That works. You definitely hear, instead of, I mean, you didn't really hear the scratch of note taking and doodling, but you definitely now hear more keystrokes, and they sound slightly different than when Wescott was making those keystrokes. You don't know, you can't really identify what is different, and then you just recognize them as being different in some way.
Okay.
Let's take care of that. Winston, you're up. I believe you were attempting to get into the med lab.
Mostly trying to secure our prisoners, but do I have the? I don't think I have the go ahead anymore with Wescott in the control room and Pike alone with a mic.
With a robot.
With a android.
All right,
With an
I'm gonna
iPhone.
stick around. I'm gonna stick around here then.
Okay.
Um,
Is there anything else you want
yeah.
to do? I know you don't have a lot of options if you're just going to
options.
stand there, but I mean, you could. It's your call, so.
No, I'm not gonna waste the prisoners.
Okay. All right.
Not yet.
Not yet. All right, give me just a quick second, and then we'll see what Pike does.
I'm gonna get a snack.
All right, sorry about that. Pike, you and Sergey. I don't remember exactly what I said last, but he said something about Abomination shut it down or something like that.
We need to shut it down, and Pike was like, I agree.
What would you like to do, sir? Combat is still going along. Man, when combat stops, this is going to start speeding up in normal speed, but everything is slow-mo right now.
Yep, Pike just looks at it and said, how do we shut it down?
Well,
How do we end this?
me see. I want to remind you that the thudding has continued, by the way, during this round. Sergey.
Yeah, but Pike doesn't know what it is, and I'm not going to metagame.
Yep. Sergey says that thudding, we need to vent it into space.
Vent it? What is it?
And we'll cliffhanger that.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Because that, I feel like, again, just because a round is only a few seconds. Let's see who's next. Wescott is unfortunately out for the moment because of her staring at a screen situation.
Yeah, it's really not good when I pass it and then I fail it, and then one of the 3 dudes in here does stuff. Not good.
You don't even know that that's happened. You are in like every sound around you is like muffled and slowed down and just slides in under the radar. Like whenever you're watching a TV show and they have a character that's having like a mental breakdown, it's always like, and what they're really saying is, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, Pike is probably going to be so pissed at Wescott. I can feel it now. Unless Winston intervenes.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's assuming that it doesn't proceed to eat her mind and she turns into a bad guy.
Yeah, so Sergey is like, we need to jettison it. Don't worry, I have the codes. And that's all he says in this round. And the thudding stops as we move into the next combat round. But based on the time and how long Oh, we lost somebody. What happened to
Really?
Pike? We lost Kane.
No.
No.
Yay.
Like he was just talking too.
Yeah,
so.
he was. He was.
Let's see. Did he set comment in Discord?
I haven't seen anything. Or I don't see anything, I should say. We'll give him a couple minutes. Actually, that actually works out as far as because I wanted to stop there, just to keep things from getting crazy.
This has been the longest minute and 30 seconds in our lives.
Yes. Wow, this is so weird because now here, let me change the overlay because I really don't like. There we go. That's a little bit better. I don't like having.
I played D&D. What are you talking about?
Oh, the minute and a half combat section or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I need to scribble some notes really fast so I don't forget. Let me do this really quick here.
So I remember playing my half-orc barbarian half-orc ranger, Oregano Baxter.
That's a great name.
Yeah. I literally looked at what was in my fridge and it was oregano and Baxter's milk, and I was like, there we go, that's the name. But he was a ranger with a like Beastmaster. He had a big old mastiff with him. And we're at like a cottage where some bad guys are in, and there's like this bay window overlooking like something. I guess I didn't really care to listen. The point being is we had to get in there, and everyone was like thinking about sneaking around and doing this and how do we get inside, and they're like covering the corners and stuff. So I just jumped through the bay window with my dog and do like a big old shout of like intimidation, and everyone in the cottage ran out and jumped out of the windows because they had to get away from me. And the cottage was only like 30 feet big, so they had to get out of the thing no matter what, right? That's the condition of my like enhanced like rage / intimidation. So they're all sneaking around the cottage, and all of a sudden all the bad guys just jump out the windows of like second floor and stuff, and allies are just like, oh my god, let's kill them.
That's great. Yep. Are you back with us, Kane?
It looks like he is.
He hasn't
Almost.
said anything.
I wonder if he's.
The Foundry hasn't told me that I'm out yet, so.
Well, we don't see your face, but we're doing outros. You didn't miss much because
we noticed right away that you kind of popped off there.
Did you when it was Sergey's turn? He said something about needing to end this. Or no, he said venting it into space, and then he said he had
Don't
access
worry, I
codes.
have the codes.
That he has the access codes?
Correct.
To vent it.
Oh. Okay.
That's great.
And then that was when I switched screens because it went to the end of the combat round, and I saw the time, and I was like, all right, let's go ahead and wrap here. Because I feel like squeezing another round in might get a little tricky, depending on what happens.
It's a good point to stop when we have so much combat to do.
Yeah, and then I noticed, of course, you weren't here, so I was like, well, we might as well wrap here. See if he makes it back in or not.
Now, we could eject whatever this is out into space, or we could explode it. and nobody can research it if we explode it, right?
In theory,
I have a pile of breaching charges and an RPG.
Why did you bring an RPG to a space station?
Because it's Pike's emotional support RPG.
Emotional support.
Oh my god,
Jesus.
my fox was laughing.
Was he? Do it again. I want to see.
I don't know how to make him. All right.
What does a fox say?
All right, there it is.
There it is. It's like, I guess I could maybe make chuckle noises. I don't know.
I don't know how this works.
Guys, you're asking me to laugh on command. I don't know.
I know. Can you
right.
laugh on command? I can't laugh on command.
It's like
No.
crying on command.
Let me make angry noises and see if he like does an angry face.
No, it's worse.
No,
It's so unbelievable.
I'm angry.
I think your face has. Well, it depends on how. It depends on how intricate the face rigging is.
Well, it's not reading my face at all. It's reading the
It's just your mouth, yeah.
No, it's just reading my audio because I don't have a webcam on.
Oh. Okay, I got you. All right.
All right, so weeping sounds.
Yeah, sad fox
No.
noises.
All right, no, it's not working.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and take another 3 experience points for tonight. This ruling on that one is 1 for playing, 1 for pay, 1 for whatever you've accomplished so far. We'll hash all of that out. Excuse me, at the end of the session in which combat actually ends. Damn it. Are
Winston
we good?
is only at 2 stress.
What is he at?
2.
Winston?
He's doing great.
I guess so.
Pike's at 4. He's
What
very-
is
and he's probably that stressed out because he's only killed 1 person.
what are Watts and Warren at? Warren? Is it Warren that gets stress every time or loses stress when psychopath, whatever?
You
Watts
mean
is
Watts?
Watts is the
No,
one that
I
feels
listen,
good.
you know I mean one and I don't know which one it is.
Yeah.
Winston and Watts does that.
Yeah.
Don't
Warren is
worry.
at 5 and doing terrible.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
if somebody dies, the
I know.
replacement also has a W name.
I know. And if Pike dies, that means all 5 characters.
Yup.
But then at least this guy will be easy. 'Cause it'll
W
just
for
be
winners.
wow.
No, we made it even worse because it is technically a W. It's not
Yeah.
really how it's pronounced, though.
No, I know. It's fine. I hate all of you.
We picked a W name that we think you won't be able to pronounce ever, so you can continue to fuck it up for the rest of the show.
Listen, I already have to
It's
worry about
almost as
thinking
good.
about the word archipelago. See, I still fucked it
You
up.
fucked it up.
I did. I have to worry about archipelago every
Lives.
fucking week. I gotta try to keep track of 4 fucking W names. Oh, by the way, one of the players of 2 of those W names is also a player in another campaign that runs on Wednesdays, whose name also starts with a W. Fuck you, Rodance.
There's so much worse, though. You know it.
Fucking hate you guys. Why do I do? You know what? This is why I should just retire from streaming and just play video games every night instead of trying to stream every night. Anyway,
So, we did say that Rev's name was going to continuously grow longer for the more it's mispronounced.
well, it's not his name; it's the accolades that he wants mentioned every time his name is announced.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
Brigadio,
best.
Borgadio, Borgulio. I don't know. Fuck that name. That's the worst name I've ever encountered in my life. By the way. For those that don't know, Rev Everett, one of my players in the community, and he is also the Lord Captain of the Rogue Traders show, and he decided to go with the most ridiculous fucking name. Rev, I hope you're watching this. You went with the most ridiculous fucking name for your character, whose name, because you're the #1 character in the show, I have to say your name all the time. No, what I really do is say, will the Rogue Trader please stand up? Will the Lord Captain please make a roll? Because I'm not going to try to say that dude's name all the time. Just doesn't work. At any rate, let's do some feedback, outro-y stuff. Rodance?
Well, we could pick worse names.
Please don't.
Swolzinski is
No.
going to be very entertaining.
No, please don't. No, just feedback, outro stuff. Come on. What do you got?
Let's see. I'm pretty sure that my Dire Star would kick the butt of your little mad cat ran by
Whatever.
face huggers.
Whatever. Listen, it was a thought exercise, and then they decided they wanted to see how many facehuggers it actually takes to make that Mad Cat Mark II actually be able to shoot and move.
Dude, hands down, the deadliest shit I ever ran was that Mad Dog that I ended the show with.
Oh, at the end, I don't remember, but I know
At the end of
Mad Dog
Solaris
is.
Nights.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
okay. And he came in with his 100-tonner custom brand new chassis, whatever, and I was like, I must win the final battle of the show. I could show up in my 100-tonner and we could slug it out, or I could show up with my 60-tonner and guarantee
shit, that's
one
right.
shot.
It was you and Spoon with I forget your character's name, but he was the Elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rolled in and it did exactly what it was supposed to do. I ran 18 hexes right up to him, and I alpha strike and one-shot him. No headshots.
Well done.
Fuck your 100-tonner.
Yeah,
That Mad
that's about
Dog
how
is
it
the
goes.
scariest fucking thing I have ever built.
Yeah. I can't wait for us to get through all the cyclic fights that we have. Because we got, like, what, one more guy to kill and then we're out of initiative, hopefully?
I don't
One more
know.
guy to kill and somebody to space and we're out of initiative, I hope.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm not. I have so many things I want to say, but I cannot say.
Yeah.
I remember a lot about this mission because I didn't run the mission, but I stole 90% of it and put it in a completely different place because it was really cool.
Yeah,
It
I
is a
have
cool
a
mission.
feeling that if Wescott didn't have problems before, she is totally having problems after being caught up in creepy screen. So
I love the Geller optional.
That's
I was
what's
just like, he
happening
just
right
said
now.
Geller optional. Holy shit.
hey, at least she hasn't started hallucinating and fighting people yet. I'm expecting that too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Pike to turn into the enemy.
I think Westcott's gonna beat you
I
to it.
hope, you know what? I hope you wait for the entire rest of the season. Because I've been waiting multiple episodes, more than 24, for a PC to die. But I keep rolling like shit, and you guys keep coming up with fucking weird ways to solve the problem.
We're pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Just make Pike kill everybody.
Yeah, make Pike. You know what? That's it. Put Pike in front of the computer screens. Make him stare into the Geller field.
Yeah, nah, Westcott, because all Pike has to do is just tap her on the head and she falls over.
Yeah.
Just have Colonel Arnold order Pike to kill his team.
That's a valid order to me. Sorry, guys. Play him. So anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah.
He just like raises the RPG at them while they're 5 feet away from him. Nothing personal, kids.
Oh, I mean, and then we all have, like, we stand back up once, and then we all dogpile Pike, and then we die again.
Yeah, that's about it.
While everybody's piled around him, he pulls out a grenade. He's like, "All right."
Game on, bitches. Luke, what do you got for us? Any feedback, outro-y comments?
Well, as far as terrible names are concerned, naming something Milk and Oregano was a pretty bad choice.
Okay, did you miss that part? Well, he was telling a story while you were gone about his, I don't know, half.
Well, I was gone.
Half-orc ranger.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a half-orc ranger called Oregano Baxter, and he has a dog called Dog, and yeah, he was just doing great. He was really good. He died jumping after a wyvern off a cliff.
I'm just thinking Rain of Fire now.
Yeah.
Is that
so yes.
Rain of Fire? Is that was that the one about the dragons coming back to life?
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
He like jumps off with the axe for his epic moment and just dies.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
So yeah, not really much for exiting moments. This mission is going on pretty good. We're trying not to die. Things are going to change in the next session, I think.
I really fucking hope so. I've been dying and praying for a fucking PC death.
Thud, thud, thud. That could get real bad.
Yep,
Look, we all know that it's a Queen Mother invitation downstairs, and that Pike has to go punch it out of the airlock. Okay.
And maybe go with it.
If there's a xenomorph,
then we just go pick his ass up.
If there's a xenomorph downstairs, it gives us a chance for Pike to die trying to punch a xenomorph.
hey, I bet for that, by the way. So
I know.
Any final comments? Oh wait, Kane, I'm sorry, I skipped over you.
I don't know how I haven't been turned evil yet. The crazy juice has been going.
Speaking of crazy juice, you still got 2 pills of Nova, don't you?
I do, and depending on what happens during this mission, I might most certainly pop one. So,
why
Dude, the crazy juice has been running and was turned off for 1 round, so it's so much more time for that shit to go down.
Oh God! So
And you're
I'm
staring into the warp. You're done.
Pike is either totally going to axe murder her for this, or like take pity and carry her off. And I'm pretty sure axe murdering wins because it's Pike.
And his idea of a pity moment, if you would completely break, is to tell you to look into the sunset.
Yeah.
All right. Any other final comments? Ooh, excuse me.
This mission's fun. I like this mission.
I'm enjoying it.
It is nice.
I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of quote unquote moving pieces that I got to keep track of, though. So it's getting a little. There's a few more being added. Just because you see some NPCs getting shot and/or stabbed, mostly stabbed, doesn't mean the number of moving pieces has stopped or changed.
That is upsetting. It
For
should
who?
be decreasing at the very least.
Yeah, but 90% of them are off screen. Like, you don't know what it is. So I have to keep track of what's going on. Like, for instance, the thud. I know what the thud is. I know exactly what it is. Kane's got a pretty good idea, I think. He probably knows what it is.
I'm pretty sure I remember what it is.
Yeah. So
I would hope you know what that is.
one would think.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're about to make great use of some windows.
Somebody is.
Hey, I wanted to mess with Windows from the very beginning, and everyone was like, that's a bad idea.
Not for nothing. Windows might have been a very quick and easy solution to this fucking complex problem. It's really hard for you to have resistance when they can't fucking breathe.
Yeah.
That wasn't the mission, though.
Yeah, the mission was to stop the broadcast and figure out what the fuck was going on.
Windows fall, everybody dies.
Yeah. No bodies. Most of these computers are probably somewhat protected against vacuum. You might have been able to pull some data.
I mean, vacuum isn't going to necessarily break any of that stuff.
The heat is the
Let's
problem.
see.
The heat on the PCs or on the computers, it won't dissipate without environment, so they could cook.
Yeah,
I don't know the physics on it. I know that heat doesn't dissipate in a vacuum. I know that much. Or
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't.
pretty terrible.
It dissipates very, very slowly in a vacuum. But
Yep.
it definitely would have changed the entire dynamic of this mission had you guys been like, "Fuck it, we blow out the windows, we come in and shoot anybody struggling to breathe, and then we just rip the computers out."
That's what Pike wanted to do.
I know. I sat there and I heard you say it. I was like, well, that'll be one quick mission. And then you're like, well, maybe if we just hit the docking ports. And now the mission becomes normal length.
Hey, look. Wescott had to be the voice of reasonable tactical judgment per standard operating procedures and the fact that they wish to have additional things to question and research.
On the next mission,
it's
going to be Pike saying nuke him from orbit.
Dead, so it's not going to happen.
And Pike totally ignored her and listened when Eckhart said it was a dumb idea.
Now the next mission is just going to be like, I don't care about civilian casualties. Nuke him from orbit. Move on. Where are we going next?
Yeah, Pike doesn't listen to Wescott. It's all Eckhart.
He will listen to Eckhart. I think that's the thing now, is he's going to start listening to her a little bit more. Especially
It's
after...
always been
Well, I
Eckhart.
mean, listen, in the downtime episodes, like 6 years ago at this point, he had some very eye-opening conversations with two people. One of them was Eckhart. I don't remember none of it myself. Because it's been so long.
Because he can't... He's got this whole... Like, if I have any of this conversation with anybody under me, it erodes my authority.
Yes.
So I will talk to somebody who outranks me instead of underranks me.
Mm-hmm.
And not that I was ever an officer in the military, because I absolutely was not. Anybody not enlisted is going to come at you with a different perspective above and beyond anything that they would have normally had inherently of themselves.
I mean, he would have talked with Szymborski if he was on board. It wasn't because
you would have gotten
an officer.
Yeah, you would have gotten the NCO perspective. Fuck it, kill them all. Let's go. Take care of your fucking Joes. Let's go. Standards and discipline, huh? Oh man, that fucking hurt to say huh like that, by the way. That hurt my soul. All my military vets are out there going, oh yeah, that was good. That was good. That brings me back. Standards and disciplines, huh? Thank you, One Punch Dad, for motivating me to throw it out there one more time. Let's get the fuck out of here before I lose my goddamn mind. Oh, man.
You shouldn't have said that. All we got to do is just remind you that, we're going to be playing with Rove tomorrow.
Oh,
I need to steel myself for that, and you just killed me. It was like, it's like a gladiator being told
open to being needled.
It's like a gladiator being told he gets to use a shield as the spear comes in and penetrates his chest.
You leave yourself open to being needled so easily, and
Yeah.
3/4 of it is you're doing it to yourself is the problem.
You know what? I hope the viewers are enjoying what I sacrifice of my soul every week to put these shows out there. And if you're enjoying this show, please fucking subscribe, because somebody's got to pay my beer bill to put my soul back together every weekend.
Clearly, I'm going to have to run some one-shots of nonsense around here or something.
You know what? I just might let you. That is it here for us tonight. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the show. Please consider liking and subscribing and all the other buttons either on Twitch or YouTube. And guess what? It's September. I have no idea what that fucking means, but apparently if you sub, something happens. I don't know. Plus, I get money, and I could use more money, frankly, but we're not going to get into that. I'm saving that for a special episode of something. Stay safe out there, my friends. This world is a crazy dark place, and not everything is meant to go your way. So make sure you're doing what you got to do to take care of you and yours. As for me and mine, we're out of here. See you next time. Have a good one.
bye.